Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's a study vlog plus storytelling video. This isn't my first time doing this kind of video. The first time I shared why I am preparing for RBI Grade B exam, where I got the motivation from, and what happened in my college days that pushed me toward this journey. Today's story is another very personal story. It's about my fear of giving mocks and how it took me 1.5 years to overcome it. But before we get into the story, here is my to-do list for the day. Quant mix 20 questions, reasoning mix 20 questions, English mix 20 questions. Mix means all topics combined, like in the real exam. Sustainable Development Report 2025, PIB News 6th and 7th of August, and Spotlight 1st to 7th of August. Spotlight is Daily Current Affairs by Anuj Jindal sir, and RAMP scheme and PM Vishwakarma scheme. PYQs 20 questions from previous year papers of RBI Grade B and the Hindu editorials of today's. Wow vocab sessions. These are 15-minute sessions for vocabulary building and they are really good. Indian banking system, the last topic, a big finance topic for RBI Grade B. Probably won't be able to finish it all today, but let's see how far I get. So while I work through this task, I'm going to share my story, how I went from literally running away from mocks to finally giving them confidently. If you have ever been scared of even attempting a mock test, this one is for you. It took me 1.5 years to complete my very first mock test. 1.5 years of fear, quitting halfway, and even crying on my terrace. I haven't cleared my exams yet. I'm still preparing for RBI Grade B 20 exam. I'm sharing this story because I know many of you are walking the same path as me, and maybe this will save you some time in your journey. I know many of you have been giving mocks since your college days, maybe during engineering or other degrees, but there's a big group of us who face our very first mock only when we start preparing for exams like RBI, SBI, IBPS, NABARD and all. For us, the first mock feels like a huge mountain, and if you are ever feared mocks, you are going to see yourself in my story. I graduated in 2021. In 2022, I was supposed to give RBI exam. I thought I was fine because I had a bachelor degree in accounting and finance. So phase 2 subjects looks familiar. I solved some phase 1 question from here and there, but never touched a mock. I didn't even know how the exam screen looked or what it felt like to. Then 5 days before my RBI Grade B exam, I finally opened my first mock test. I started with English. The countdown timer began. I felt like I could not breathe, and without thinking, I quit the mock right there. I went to the terrace and cried. I cried because I knew I had taken my preparation lightly. I cried because I was scared to face the exam. I didn't want to take the exam at all. I felt like I had failed before even reaching the real test. That one moment started a long cycle. For the next 1.5 years, I gave maybe 10 to 15 mocks, but never completed a single one. I would answer 5 to 10 questions, feel the pressure and close it. Kept telling myself I was saving time by practicing questions instead of giving full mocks. But the truth, I was avoiding them because I was scared of low marks and the demotivation that would follow. This fear had real consequences. In my actual exams, the countdown would start, my mind would panic, and I would make silly mistakes. I lost many marks to negative marking because I had never trained myself to handle the exam environment. Then one day, I came across 2 to 3 videos where teacher explained something that hit me hard. A mock test is not your result. It's your training ground. You learn more from analyzing a mock than from hours of question practice or watching videos. A mock test is not your result. It's your training ground. You learn more from analyzing a mock than from hours of question practice or watching videos. Even if your marks are low, you walk away with lessons you would not have learned otherwise. That perspective started to break my fears slowly. One day, I decided I was done running away. I sat in a quiet room and promised myself, no matter what, I will finish this mock today. My hands still shook, my heart still raced, but question by question, I kept going. And after 1.5 years, I clicked sub on my very first full mock. The marks weren't amazing, but that day I was the happiest I had been in my entire preparation journey. I had finally crossed the mountain that was holding me back. Today, I give a mock every 2 days. What once felt like torture now feels like halwa. In the beginning, 10 minutes felt like 1 hour. Now, a whole mock goes by smoothly because my mind is trained for it. And you know what? The same thing happened with answer writing for phase 2 of RBI Grade B. I used to avoid it just like I avoided mocks, but now I actually enjoy it. If you want, I can share my step by step journey of how I went from avoiding answer writing to loving it. Just tell me in the comments and I'll make a separate video for that. Start small if you have to. Finish one section, then two, then the whole mock. Because every time you quit, your fear grows. And every time you finish, your confidence grows. One day, like me, you will look back and laugh, wondering why you feared it in the first place. See you in the next video.